Good morning. This is Margaret at the University of Sewing, and it's Facebook Live. It is 2023.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
We should have had hats and streamers.
I know, really.
Those little pop
The things that pop. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Okay, everybody, you are here with us, and we wanted to welcome you. We've got the gang all back together. Leah, who is one of our instructors, is back here with us to say hi to you today.
Hello.
Denise is here. She's got some ideas for some really cool classes, so I'm going to talk about that a little bit today. We have so much to talk about, and we wanted to welcome you back into our world. We have a fantastic 2023 planned.
I'm excited.
Okay. All right. So we're going to let Leah get back to her world, which is actually typically the tailoring and alteration world. But she does come out and play with us when she teaches basic sewing.
Yes.
So if you're looking for a sewing class for someone who has not really touched a sewing machine, wondering if it's a good fit for them, we have the perfect class for you. Sewing Demystified, we do it the second Wednesday of every month in the evening. And that sewing class teaches you how to use the sewing machine.
Get you comfortable just operating a sewing machine, just a machine, and to get you to see if that's something you want to do. It's a great introductory lesson.
And it has been selling out.
Yes, it's been selling out, and one of the things that's been really wonderful about it is you don't have to own a sewing machine.
No.
You come in, we sit you down at a Bernette, or excuse me, not Bernette, a Bernina. We set you down at a Bernina, and you get to try it out, and you don't have to bring anything but your body. That's it. So,
Body, brain.
well, the
brain,
the
your
brain.
package, your brain. I can work with that.
So, we wanted to let you know about that, but January's full.
Oh, yay.
January's full. We've already got people signing up for February.
That's true.
So, we're going to let you get back to your work.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you very much for coming and hanging out with us.
And
We'll
those
see
hands
ya.
won't hem themselves.
Exactly.
So, this is our class list.
Wow. There's a lot going on there.
There's a lot going on there. And I
How fun
know
is
our
that?
friends from our coast are looking at us going, what about us? Well, I've got some ideas and I've got some things, and we're having a meeting today. Let's just put it that way. We're having a meeting today, and hopefully we can get some of this figured out.
I love that.
But what I wanted to talk about today, let's first talk about if we're going to keep up our sharing gift. Every week when we do Facebook Live on Friday and Saturday, we give away something for that particular day. And what we do is you guys share.
You mean like Deborah, Kathy, Donna, and I forgot one already, but they're already sharing for you.
I love
The
that.
usual
Thank you,
suspects have
guys.
shown up again.
I
and
love that. I am so glad to see you guys back. I hope you had a wonderful holiday. So today we've got a Presto Avenue design. This is not a hard one to put together. The pieces are pretty straightforward, and it is a really cute design. It ends up being 59 by 72. So this would be a great lap quilt. You could add a couple more borders, and then it covers your bed.
Of course, of course.
but-
Great for those cave fabrics or the
Oh,
fun Tula fabrics or big prints. Yeah.
Right, big prints. And a wonderful little luggage tag for Bernina. Maybe, we need to give away things for traveling every single week here so that we can encourage those who we love and would love to see come and see us.
Yes.
So
These are great for your checked luggage, your on-board luggage, or even just your trolley bags for your machine when you go to class.
There you go.
Because there will be so many that look just like yours.
Yes, exactly. So it's always just handy. So we're going to give these two items away to a person who has shared. So when you share on Facebook, please go ahead and note that you shared in the comments. So that will really help us figure out who.
That's huge.
And I'm going to just tell you that right before we left, we had a giveaway, and you have to figure out who that
we're
was.
behind now. Get that one
We're
caught up.
behind
We'll
a week.
fix that one today.
So,
we can
sorry about that. We'll get that taken care of. So, I have really cool stuff to tell you about today.
You do, and I'm so excited.
Dave, take a shot of what we're standing almost on top of here. You know what this is? This is a mat that you can take home to your house.
Do you think my family would approve if I put it as like the rug in the living room?
I think that they would probably, Penny would probably slip on it. That is her. Is she 10 now?
She's 10.
Oh my goodness. She's that's your 10-year-old
Yes.
who is the wild child.
The cartwheel queen.
The cartwheel queen.
Yeah.
And so I will have to say, though, what's really awesome about this mat is you can figure out if you can set this up in your sewing room, the gray line right here, and go show them the line on the other side there. So kind of put your foot right there.
There we go.
So that's what the small frame fits. So the next size frame is your classic. And then the one on the outside edge is your large, and personally, it is my personal favorite. What is really cool about Bernina is that they give us these mats so that we can send one home with you, and you can decide if this is going to fit in your sewing room.
Absolutely.
So, you know, the thing about this is that we are having an event on the 19th and 20th. We're bringing Robin Fippins in. Robin has had her own edge-to-edge business now for over 10 years. That's how she makes her living.
Wow.
And she is coming to our lovely little Bloomington shop, and she is going to show us about the sit-down long arms. She's going to show us about the frame long arms. And she's also going to do a long arm owner event where she's going to let you ask her all the questions. Because, you know, the fact of the matter is that when you own one of these and you start doing this, if you're thinking that what you might do is even just a little bit of doing this for other people for money, wouldn't it be nice to have someone who's been doing it? You can ask a question.
Goodness. Yes.
But even more than that, other than that, if you wanted that, that's a wonderful thing to use her as a resource for. But the other thing is, now having done this for over 10 years,
that's a long time.
She is going to have run into every problem you have ever had, I'm quite sure.
And I'm guessing every type of customer that you might have.
Well, that's true too, but I'm saying for even the people who don't want to do this for other ones, the fact is she's probably run into every single kind of issue.
Right.
I tried really hard over November and December to put our long arm through every kind of pace you could imagine. I did things like used every kind of batting I could figure out how to use. The only one I didn't try was wool.
And I just played with wool the other day.
And what did you think of that?
I love it. I love it. It's a loftier, it's a fluffier.
So, nice, but it didn't have any issues on your long arm.
No, not at all.
So, you know, those are things that people want to know. Did you have any problems? Did you have to change stitch length? Did you have to do something different with your tension? No. So, one of the things that I found is we have a batting that I tried out, and it really was not as fun to sew through.
Interesting.
Not as fun to sew through.
Wow.
So I found out some things to do with it that made it workable. But, you know, don't you want some place that you can ask those questions when you buy this? And the other thing is, I'm just going to ask, how many quilts do you have sitting around that need quilted?
Just a pile or two.
I have still some, believe it or not.
Yeah,
so
we all do.
Well, you know, the thing is, and sometimes you even have grandmas and your moms or your Aunt Susie's, you know, isn't it time that you get those quilted? And will you ever do it on your domestic machine? My guess is maybe, but you know what? If you have a long arm, you're going to get it done so much faster. If you have 16 to 24 inches to have room to sew on, doesn't it go much faster?
Oh my goodness.
You know, we all, you know, I started off doing it on a sit-down unit. I actually started on my domestic, and then I sat down and did the long arm with the sit-down unit, but then I got the long arm with the Q-matic. and the world has changed.
It does. It is a game changer for sure. That multitasking thing that we all have to do.
Because we have a life.
Right. I mean, there's that list,
So,
whether it's your sewing list or your other list of things to do.
So it's really a big deal. So have you signed up yet for our event on the 19th and 20th? Because if you haven't, all you have to do is go on to theuniversityofsewing.com and go right there. Now, if you're coming in from out of town, maybe you want to do both of the things. It is only they're only 3.5 hours. So you could do, I've got a frame event and a sit down event that's set up for each day. So you could come just one of the days. And so the 19th is a Thursday and the 20th is a Friday. It's in January. It's this month. It's turned out that our weather's been fairly nice. Not
Chilly,
really,
but fine.
right, which is supposed to be in January.
Sure.
So if you want to come and maybe you're thinking you want to stay overnight so that you don't have to either get up real early in the morning or go home at the end of the day, call us and I'll help you find some place to stay that's going to be reasonable. I'll happily do that for you.
And now with I-69, it's only an hour away from Indianapolis and Fishers.
It's
The
only an
whole
hour from Indy. It's only, an hour and a half maybe from Louisville. We can help you with that. So if you're thinking, and guess what, guys, we will deliver these where we've delivered them as far north as the north side of Indianapolis, the west side of Indianapolis, and down south too. So don't worry about that. We are happy to make sure that you get these in your home and that you're set up and ready to go. But you really want to make sure that this is what you want and this is what you want to spend your money on. But I'm going to just tell you right now, we are going to give you better deal during the event than we can normally do because we get some incentives from Bernina to do that.
Yep.
And so it's going to be a really fun day to spend with us. And you can figure out what it is that, is important to you and what you want to do.
And even if maybe you're sort of interested, but you've got a friend who really isn't interested, bring the friend anyway. The friend will ask other questions that you didn't think of.
Isn't it funny how that works?
And we always have a good time when we have our
Right.
events, so
Right.
just come and hang out with us.
And it's not like it's that long.
No.
It's not like it's that long. So if you need a traveling buddy, we've got a great shop here. They can come and hang out with us and have a good time. And we'll have plenty of people around here that hopefully can entertain them if they need to.
And what's Dave say about long arms?
They're cheaper than a bass boat.
Or a tractor in my house.
There you go. So that is one of the things we wanted to tell you. Guess what, guys? This is the class list coming up. This is amazing. And, you are going to I have had a number of you asking me about clothing classes, about doing garments. If you are thinking this is the year you want to get into garments, we have a Garment Academy session 101, Garments Getting Started. Take that class.
I love that.
Yes, it's 3:30 on Wednesday the 18th. But if you just put in the classes, to put in Garment Academy, all of the classes come up and there are a whole bunch of them scheduled. Have you done a little bit of sewing already and you're ready for a garment? Alice is going to do the little something jacket.
Oh, yay.
And it is so cute. And everybody can use one of these. It's just a darling all-around jacket. We have got embroidery classes coming up.
Yeah.
We've got the embroidery basics mastery class coming up. So if you bought a machine in the last 2 months and you're looking for the embroidery basics, that's the one to take. Then we've also got that's on the 24th, but on the 23rd, for those of you who have bought a 4 series, a 5 series, or a 7 series over the last couple months, there's your basics class. So we've got these on Tuesday and Thursday of the week of the 22nd. So take a look at the classes, take a look at the calendar. There's lots of stuff on there, but I want to make sure that I point out you can come in for one of these anytime.
Absolutely.
And let's go ahead and turn around and go towards our Bernette sales. We've got some really cool Bernette sales going on this month. So Are you interested in a Bernette 79?
Yes, you are.
It's got the embroidery or not. You can sew with this as a regular sewing machine. So it does both functions. And the Bernette has a really bunch of cool stuff on it. It'll cut your threads. It takes and has the foot up and down with the press of a button. It's got a screen that really looks a lot like our Bernina screens.
I love that so many features that we just can't live without on our Berninas are also on the Bernettes.
And the thing about it is this is our more entry level. It's not a Bernina, but it's a nice machine.
It is a nice machine.
It's a nice machine, and it's a great price. And you know what? I say that, but what I didn't, I'm going to get this. What I didn't tell you happens when you buy this. You're going to get software with it.
That's amazing.
It's free.
That's amazing.
This software is normally $1,200.
Wow.
And so this is the Bernina embroidery software version 9. But it's the creator version. So it's like the entry into the full software. The full software package is actually $27.99. So this is the entry level. So this is a really great one to start learning about the software. At some point, you may decide that you are ready to move into your Bernina. You may decide that you want to move up in software, either one or both. Guess what you can do? You can add on to this and just update this software into the full version.
And Margaret, if somebody's looking at that thinking, well, I love doing the embroidery that's built into my machine, but software, I have no idea what to do with that.
We have classes for that too.
We can help you out with that.
We have classes for that too.
Yeah, and
So-
we have Alice.
And we have Alice, which is she's the miracle lady on the embroidery, and she teaches our software classes. And we offer a class called Software Inspirations. It's free. It's free.
You can't beat that.
I don't care where you bought the software. I prefer you buy from me.
Sure.
But come to our classes because you will find that they're just wonderful. Did you know what you get with a class with us every single time, Denise?
Are you talking about that awesome discount, Margaret?
There's an awesome discount with every single class.
Yeah.
Sign up for the classes. It doesn't matter if it's a Bernina Mastery class or if it's Software Inspirations or what it is. You get a 20% discount that day when you come into the shop off of regular priced items. But you know what? This package right here, $21.99, so incredible. But I want you to know, guess what? Maybe what you want is an embroidery only machine. So this is the embroidery only machine from the Bernette. It's called the B70 Deco. And guess what you get with it too?
More software.
More software.
So this fits in with that multitasking that we were talking about earlier. You could get your embroidery design moving and work onto piecing, or move over to your long arm and work onto that quilting project.
There you go. And you get the free software.
What a
I
deal.
can't believe it. That is just such a great deal.
They don't do
Okay.
that very often. Have they ever done it?
I've never seen it before,
Yeah,
so
that's
it's
what I thought.
pretty amazing. Okay, and again, once you get into this, if you decide that it's time to move up to a Bernina instead, guess what? You can trade this in on your Bernina, and this will work on your Berninas. So it's really simple.
Margaret, I think it's important to note too that even though they're Bernettes, they're not our, flagship Berninas. If you buy one of these, you still get everything.
You
including
still
us.
get the lessons, you still get the help. It's not as a robust machine, but it's a lovely entry level, and especially if you're just learning, so much of what you'll learn using this machine will work going into that Bernina when you're ready for it.
Why don't you tell a story about Haley who came in?
Okay, we're going to start talking about the wonderful B5 Academies. These are so cute. They've got really cute features. I had a young lady who has been using a machine, and her description of it as I talked to her the day she came in was that she was ready to throw it in the lake.
Oh, no.
My personal belief is that the biggest reason most people quit sewing is because they have a machine that doesn't work well for them.
I think you're right.
These are priced in such a way that they're really pretty much almost in anybody's budget, and they won't make you crazy.
That's true.
They work well. They're a nice machine. They're, again, when you get these and you get to your skill level up and you have done this for a while and maybe you are growing into the next machine in your life, I will happily trade this in on your next machine.
Of course.
So what I have had happen in the past is people bought these entry-level machines and then they come in a year later and they're ready for that next machine. And it's been so sweet to watch some of our customers make that jump. So this is a drop-in bobbin style machine. It comes with 5 feet. This one is a drop-in bobbin machine. It comes with 12 feet. They have some really nice features you almost never see in this price point. You can control how hard the foot presses down on the fabric.
That's
And
awesome.
it's really funny. I had somebody here the other day doing a demo, and I watched how the fabric was feeding through. And I looked at the top of the machine and I changed this. Because what was going on is somebody had come along and pressed it down as hard as it would go down on the fabric.
Oh, no.
Now, that would work great if the fabric was really thin and slippery and they were having a hard time. But the honest to goodness truth of the matter is, ladies, that it's rare that we need to have that setting as high as it will go. So I set it back on its normal setting, and then the fabric just fed through wonderfully. But it was funny because the person who was demoing the machine still liked it.
Oh, my
They just
goodness.
didn't realize they had that option. And so it was a really cute thing to kind of let them know we have the knowledge to help you so well.
Yes.
We have the knowledge here. We have people here now that basically have spent all of their lives with you and Alice. Now, I didn't start sewing on a sewing machine until I was in my early 20s. But I kind of took to it.
Just a little bit, I think. Just a little bit, yes.
So we've got people here who really have got wonderful amounts of knowledge. We want to help you. That, you know, when I train our employees, what is the first thing I always tell them? What's the most important thing in this shop?
Well, the customers, of course.
Okay, you've probably been in shops where that's not
course,
true.
Of course. Oh my gosh.
And I'm not talking necessarily a sewing shop. I'm saying in a
Just
shop.
in anything, yeah.
In a shop.
Yeah.
You've probably been somewhere where you go in and you feel like you're bothering them.
Right.
You're not bothering us, and we want to help you. And if you have questions, it's really funny. Every once in a while, we'll get a call from somebody who doesn't live around here anywhere, and they just call because they have a question and they have not been able to get their answers from their local place that they usually they have to buy because it's close to them. And I'm sorry that happens to you, but that won't happen to you here.
No.
And we will take care of you, and we will make sure that you can have the things you need. So please, you know, if you are having trouble getting the knowledge you need, if you live in Indy, you know, we're not that far away. We can help you. I don't want you struggling. Our machines are by far, in having used almost every brand I can think of, I've used almost every one of them. Our machines, if you just get a little bit of help with them, they are so much better than anything else out on the market. And I know we can help you if you just give me the opportunity. So,
And we love to do that.
yeah, we really
It's so
do.
much fun.
Yeah, we had somebody come in the other day and they were like, I took the class, but I can't remember how to do this thing. And it was so funny because I sat her down with her machine and I said, okay, all you have to do is this. And she's, oh my goodness, I should have remembered that. But you know what? We sometimes don't remember it.
True, right.
And I was telling you this morning, I was working on a project. I can't wait to kind of unveil what I've been kind of playing with here
Yes.
recently, because I am getting back into doing some quilting stuff. And I mean, I did quilting nonstop for 11 years. And when I say that, I made close, probably, I know I made over 1,000 quilts. I know I did. I had the
Bananas.
records to prove it at one point in time.
Bananas.
But they were all various sizes. They were
Sure.
from miniatures
Sure.
to big ones, and very few big ones.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, the thing about it is there's some tips and some tricks, and when you do a lot and you learn those things, and now I'm going back and I'm starting some new projects, and I'm like, guess what? You can't change in midstream.
Doesn't usually work well.
It doesn't usually work well.
No.
So what I'm trying to tell you is, entry-level folks, we've got the perfect stuff for you. Those of you who are thinking that you want to come in and you've got some other machines on your mind, well, we've got a couple of really good deals on some used things. We've got some really good deals on these entry-level pieces, and we're going to have some other announcements coming up very soon about some other deals. So keep an eye on your email. If you aren't on our email list, let us know. We'd love to send you emails. You really are. I try to give you guys information. I just put together a multi-spool holder the other day.
Oh, yay.
And you know what? I realized after doing that there is some tricks to doing that to be frustration free. So we're going to have a video that we're going to put out next Tuesday that if you are thinking about a multi-spool holder for your sewing machine, these are wonderful. They fit on everything from a 4 series up to an 8 series. They do. And they're really just so handy. So we're going to show you that next week. We'll show you that multi-spool holder.
Those are one of the most popular things that we ship out.
It is. And it's also probably one of the most popular things as a gift.
Yes. Yeah.
They're wonderful. They're at a good price point. They're not super expensive when it comes to a Bernina accessory, and they're really cool. So there's something special that I think that if you don't own one, you might want to think about it. So we'll talk more in length about it. February is embroidery month.
How fun is that?
There's all kinds of embroidery stuff coming out. There's going to be some special pricing. There's going to be some special sales. And so keep an eye on that. And remember, guys, while we can't ship you a Bernina across the country, we can ship you accessories across the country.
Of course.
And we are always happy. You know, if you ever have a problem with our website, that phone thing works really well.
It does. Yeah.
Now, Margaret, you mentioned we can't ship Berninas, but let's give a little story. Yes, and we just had a phone call from a young lady that used to work for us from New York.
Yep, and we're going to be shipping her a 77.
Wonderful.
I know, isn't that cool?
Fantastic.
It's really cool. So we can ship your Bernettes anywhere you want. You will have to call us and ask for pricing on shipping. Because what I don't want to do is just put this blanket amount on it, because we'll have to base it on the furthest, most expensive place, and I don't want to have to do that.
Right.
Because if we're just shipping it to New York, or we're just shipping it, what did we find out on price shipping to New York for a 77-day?
It was around $70.
Okay, so that's what you're looking at, and we will only charge you what we get charged.
Actual shipping price.
Right.
Yes.
So it's really, I mean, I try to be as
And with that
reasonable.
said, you were very competitive to kind of even it out, even if someone's looking somewhere else, as far as that deal.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
As far as your pricing,
Well, okay, are we talking about the shipping pricing?
the shipping pricing, it's the ultimate cost of the machine and making a decision who they want to buy from.
That's true. That's true. All right, folks. I think that I did it once again. I run it right up to the wire.
So recap.
So we have this wonderful giveaway for sharing our video.
Yes,
Remember,
please.
we do that for 24 hours after it's posted. So as long as you've shared it within 24 hours, we are super grateful. If you want to share it after that, I'm really, really grateful.
Yes.
But to be in the running, because we have to stop it somewhere.
Right. Of
So,
course.
so tomorrow when we get back on here for Facebook Live, we'll have a different thing
We will.
to offer for that. And then
So sharing
the event.
Q event. Yes, please sign up. Check out online. If you have any questions about it, give us a call. We'd love to have you come and join us. And then, of course, our fantastic clearance sale.
Yes.
Lovely deals on Bernettes, used
Bernettes.
machines.
Yes, we've
A
got a
full
bunch of
class
stuff.
schedule.
And in store right now, we're running an extra clearance price on our fabric fabric and patterns and books that are already marked down for clearance. We have an additional 20% off of that. And I'm hoping to be able to offer that online starting tomorrow.
And I might have to make some more room in my sewing room for some of those things.
Yeah, you do. Yesterday we had
Don't tell me.
we had 6 bolts of fabric walk out of the
Holy
store.
cow! That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
so
I love that.
it's a really good deal. When are you going to get 60% off of anything?
Yeah.
So if what you want to do is you look online at the clearance stuff and you see something and you're not local, just call us and we'll make that sale work for you that way. The problem I'm having is my continuous issue in the world. Computers love me. And we were having some problems with the math actually working. So if you're local, come in and stop and see the wonderful things we've got for you on sale. Again, if you're thinking long arms and frames, we have the studio frame, which we didn't even mention.
That's true.
And you guys can come by, you can get this mat. And the difference with the studio frame, I can show you where you would put it on this mat so that it would make sense.
And we love to
you.
do demos on long arms.
Oh my gosh,
on
it's so much fun.
anything.
Yeah,
So
it's
come
so
in and
much
play.
fun.
Yeah.
So, but if you can come to this event, then you can actually sit down and play.
Yes.
And decide if this is what you want. And I think that when you're looking at a machine like that, that's the only way to do it. You know,
Absolutely.
take and sit down and make sure that that's what you want. And remember, you get Dave and Aaron setting it up.
Top-notch delivery team.
Yeah, top-notch delivery team. So it's going to be wonderful, guys. So go online, universityofsewing.com. The University of, no, it's not the university. It's University of Sewing. Universityofsewing.com.
Yeah.
There's no "the" in it. Just University of Sewing. You guys all know how to spell those words.
It's my
.com.
favorite website.
So go on there and make sure. And I know that Elaine's watching us, so we need to give her a huge shout out. I haven't had a chance to contact her. Thank you for thinking of us for the
How
holidays. Sweet. You're so nice. So,
Love you, Elaine.
and we got some cards from some of you. Debbie Bean sent us one.
Debbie.
And you guys are so sweet. Thank you for thinking of us. I mean, we
And
love
yes,
you.
both of them are watching.
Oh.
And Elaine shared, so.
Oh, thank you,
Yes,
Elaine.
we really do appreciate it. So, questions, things that you need, stuff that you're looking at, if you're not sure about, just give us a call. We'd love to help you.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, come and see us soon. We miss you.